Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, we are moving on from yesterday. Yesterday we were looking at labeling the parts of an angle, and today we're starting to understand the measurement, which is degrees. That's a little dot there. That's what we measure angles with. And then we are also starting to understand how we can turn things and how many degrees we may be turning if we're facing different directions. Okay, so we'll start off with just some kind of basic ones. So then one of the most common ones on everyone knows 90 degrees. Okay, so we're starting here and we're turning 90 degrees. That is the equivalent to a 1/4 turn. So we turned 1/4 of a full rotation. Okay, and we're now facing in this direction. Next one is 180 degrees. Okay, that is a half turn. So we started facing one way and we turned half of a full rotation. Next is 270 degrees. Okay, that is 3/4 of a full rotation. And we have 360 degrees. Okay, 360 degrees is a full rotation. So we turned around and we ended up back where we started. Now, sometimes you may get some ones in between. So we've got 135 degrees, which is halfway in between 90 and 180. And obviously, as you can see, it's been drawn in a slightly different way just for the sake of this. Okay, and that is a 3/8 turn. So you turn 3/8 of the way around, okay, but you obviously don't go the other 5/8. So that just gives you some ideas about rotations and angles and the amount in which we're turning. Now, if we then look at our compass, okay, we should know this compass pretty well from geography history. We've got north. North is always pointing at the top. Okay, you just need to, when you have it on a map, make sure that yes, just because your north arrow is pointing up to the top, that it actually corresponds with what's happening on the map. We then have east, south, and west. Okay, and then in between we have northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Okay, now you might be going, well, these are two different things. This is geography history, and this is maths. How do they tie in? Well, that's a very good question. Okay, now if, for example, I was facing north and I do a 90 degrees turn, so I turn 1/4 of the way around. Okay, I am now facing east. Okay, or instead, I could be facing south and I do a 180 degree turn and I'm now facing north. So what you're going to be looking at in today's lesson is how you can take these different turns, okay, different degrees of turn, different half, quarter, 3/4 turns, so on and so forth, and what direction you're then facing. Okay, and in the lesson in particular, it uses the compass, okay, but it also uses places. So for example, in the one, or even uses people. So for example, in the one that I'm looking at, it's talking about John. Okay, now John is facing the church, and then he turns 90 degrees or a quarter turn. What is he now facing? Well, if that was the case, it would be the farm. So you use the information that you have been presented with to help you understand. And you have a center point. So the center point is like our middle point, right in the middle of the compass, which is where you're standing. Okay, you're facing in a direction, and then depending on the amount you've been asked to turn, you'll turn. Now, probably one of the things you're not so familiar with is what happens when you have stuff in between. So just to give you a bit of an indication, okay, I'm going to draw another diagram and that should wrap us up. So if we have our compass up here again, okay, our big turn, so from the big points, from each big point, it is going to be 90 degrees. And for each smaller one, it's going to be 45. So let's just quickly write that in to finish ourselves off. 45, 45, 90, 90, 45, 45, 90, 90, 45, 45, 45, 45. Okay, so if you are asked to turn within different ones, that will hopefully give you an indication. For example, if you're turning from northwest to north, you're turning 45 degrees. So hopefully that helps, boys. Flick me any questions you have, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video.